This is it. Another car review. It's the Lambo V12 VGT. Now, we've not really dived into trying out VGT cars in our car review here. It's kind of more real life cars, but I recently got this car and I felt like the best way to try out its performance is by, of course, driving it here to review it. Now, I've never driven it, so I really gotta get a feel for the car, and with that first drive there, I can tell you that oh my god, what a wild first person view this is! It's literally driving a spaceship. Gotta kind of get a feel for where the braking point is with this car. Definitely feels like driving a F1 car, so it's got a little bit of that vibe to it, for sure. Got the air brakes that work nicely and actually move as you turn the car. It seems. Is that correct? They do move as you turn. Lovely. That's brilliant. So those definitely will help you with steering of your car, because I mean, you're gonna want some aerodynamic assistance like that. Why not? Make your car turn even better. I definitely brake too hard for this turn, I can tell you that much. I want to see how much I can send it into that. Then by the end, this thing doesn't want to turn at the same time. Very confusing car. How fast can we get this thing before we gotta brake? 210, and we're gonna make the turn as we want to. Yes, we will. Lovely. 210 down to like 40 in just a little bit there, from the 200-meter board before turning. We're able to throw it in there. 150-meter board there for braking. This thing is just planted to the track. Brilliant on the braking. See if I can make this car jump a little bit more around on me here. Drop down on traction control to 2. That's what I always drive on. I had it on 3 though, because for some reason I don't just have it set. I've always driven on 2 for traction control in Gran Turismo since I started playing Gran Turismo Sport. Those are where I felt the most comfortable, and I felt like it's just the best place to stay. But for some reason, instead of just setting it to 2 and leaving it, I always start on 3 as default and then adjust it. So even with a little mistake there, this car did not want to spin out. I feel like with a lot of other cars, that spot would have been a spin. But it just held on, and we kept going. Here we go around the corner. Don't want to power up too early. Car definitely feels like it wants to push out. Yeah, man, this thing looks stunning. It's brilliant to drive. Sounds great. Brake at the 200-meter board once again. Throw it into this corner. Only 50 miles an hour through there. Little bit of a slide, but overall it's absolutely amazing. So cool when the Vision Gran Turismo cars, I think, are really fun. Kind of let the car designers and car companies just have some fun. At the same time, while also really kind of showing off what they're capable of, because these cars are either never produced or produced in a way that there's like one, or it's just like we made the body of the car, like they don't drive. So it's very cool to see a lot of the car companies in the game, actually a good majority of them, really put in the time and effort to make a VGT car for the game. You know, because this is more than just doing like, hey, we're gonna put a car in the game and put a special wing on it, and say it's a limited edition of this game or whatever. You know, I've seen that with some of the cars in like Forza when I got the newest Forza. Like, that has special cars, but they're like, oh look, we put a livery on a car and called it a Forza edition. Like, nah, this is another level. So just to see what all the car companies do, and get a car company like Lamborghini to make one, they're always going to do something wild, because Lamborghinis in general are just crazy cars. They just look wild. Pretty much besides the Huracan, that thing's kind of a little bit more basic, but I mean, most of their cars are insane. And the Inventor is crazy. The old Murcielago, especially the SV, the last Murcielago was wild. Diablo, Countach, Gallardo, Miro, like all of them, always insane. And their concept cars are always crazy. Their other just, you know, one-off cars, or ones there's a very limited amount, but, you know, Sesto Elemento, whatever the newer one is, I don't remember how to pronounce it, but yeah, the other new one they came out with is kind of like an Aventador Countach thing. The one is what the new Countach is based on. That thing. It's like a something with an S. I gotta look it up. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, this car is just insane. And I'm ready to head on to Daytona Road Course and see where this goes compared to other cars that we've tried out in this series. Alright, here we are, Daytona Road Course. Here's our overall ranking board so far. The Mercedes AMG GT Black Series set a crazy time in our first video, actually, of 2024. And a lot of the Mercedes on here actually set pretty good times in that episode. Where do we think the Lambo V12 VGT is going to go? I mean, it's got the highest PP overall looking at it. It's 792 compared to the AMG GT Black Series 777. Actually, that one has upgrades to it as well. There's just the stock Lamborghini V12. I haven't changed anything about it. Actually, the highest is the Mercedes AMG GT. So, I was wrong about that. Well, no, I was wrong about the Mercedes AMG being the highest on the board. With that, the GT3 is higher than the GT Black Series for the PP overall. But that lap time was very impressive. I think the Lambo V12 can get somewhere in between the 130 and the 141. It does, especially going to the Parabolica at Monza, it definitely wanted to push wide. I felt that. So controlling that through the infield section of Daytona will be interesting. But again, I think if you can get it just flying around the corner, this thing will definitely get a good top speed. So Daytona's kind of became our testing track once we had brought a few cars here and tested them overall. Set some lap times. So I was like, let's make Daytona the track that we overall, you know, test these cars out. I like the Daytona Road Course. I think it's a very, very fun but tricky track to drive. So you do get a good balance in how the cars perform. Because you do have, again, the difficult infield section, but you also have the banking of the oval portion of Daytona, and you have the straight course, the back has a little bit of a chicane, but a good portion of essentially from after this left-hand turn here that we take out of the infield almost to the start line, good majority of that is flat, besides, again, just a little bit of the chicane in the back. So this will be crucial. I did have to let off there. The car was pushing towards the wall. So here we go. Onto the back straight here at Daytona. What does this car have in store for us? We know it brakes well. So just get the brakes going here. Fantastic turn in. Into the chicane on the back straight. And now it's just pure speed to the finish line here at Daytona. Try to get close to the double yellow line. Get us in a spot where we can go as fast as possible. Here we go. And across the line, 138.228. That's going to be very close to a new record. If not a new record. Let's see. It is. The Lambo V12 Vision Gran Turismo is the new fastest car on our lap board. Just barely beating the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. I think there was a spot or two there that could have done a little bit better. Definitely had the exit onto the banking going out of the road course section of the track. The car slid towards the wall, and I had to let off the brakes, or let off the gas. I didn't brake, but I let off the gas just a little bit as we were sliding towards the wall. A little bit smoother bit onto there. Could have made it go even faster. And I think going on the initial start to the start line to start the lap, I could have went a little closer to the wall at oval tracks. Again, building up speed along the wall will help you. So I think if I could have used that, could have gone even faster. But again, fastest lap time overall, the Lambo V12 Vision Gran Turismo, the fastest car I've ever taken around Daytona road course. It's going to be difficult to get something faster than a 138 around this track, but yeah, just exciting. And we'll have some more cars to try out eventually, see what happens with that overall. But that Lambo V12, thing's insane. I think if we get a car that gets into 800, 900 pp, it might do better. But again, how does it handle its power through those tight turns of the road course is a key part of the lap time as well. But with that, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one.